Welcome to another episode of NBA 2K TV. There is so much going on in 2K20 right now, and we've added even more events for you guys. And it is great seeing the community so active.
That's right, the community is on fire. So this week, we're going to take you through some of the highlights of the last couple weeks and fill you in on all the action coming up.
But first, the WNBA draft is coming up, and the 2020-21 season should be really exciting. We recently caught up with Aces star A'ja Wilson to talk about the upcoming season. Take a look.
The view high above our broadcast location tonight, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Welcome, everyone, to Noche Enabia. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, Kyrie Irving rediscovered his maternal lineage with the White Mountain family of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. He lost his mother at a young age, and by connecting with her roots, he's found a piece of himself. The tribe gave him the name Little Mountain. Kevin?
Great story, DA. Thank you. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Nets. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs.
And right now for Brooklyn, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's LeVert in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green out there with Bradley. And it's McGee in at the 5 down low. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Irving with it. Allen outside. Clark, you admire rebounding. You were a terrific rebounder yourself. What makes these teams so great on the glass?
Well, Kevin, a few things. One, they emphasize it. They prioritize rebounding the basketball. And then they send everybody to the glass. A lot of guys for each of these teams goes to the board, and the work ethic is outstanding.
That hustle, and you were a hustler, but I know you admire that as much as anything, don't you?
That's a big part of rebounding, hustling.
Now, here's Irving. Rebounded by McGee. Dinwiddie against Green. Passes to Davis. 11 feet away. Another shot. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
The free throw off from McGee.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Here's LeBron following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Unloads from 13. The shot's good from LeBron.
You know, really impossible to know what James is thinking in advance. I mean, especially in these sets.
Outside Durant. Allen dishes to Durant. Here's Dinwiddie. Buries the long-range jumper.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Now here's LeBron. 29 points for him last game against Houston. And it's Davis missing. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Now here's Bradley, following the miss by Anthony Davis. 5 to shoot. Dinwiddie attacking. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Dinwiddie's got 5 points so far.
And that quick first step of Dinwiddie, very dangerous once he gets a foot advantage on the D.
Green finds McGee. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Durant, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And at this point, there simply is no doubt that Kevin Durant is one of the great shooters to ever play the game. The only question is just where on the all-time list will he land when we talk about the unstoppable scorer.
And the first one drops. And with Durant, perhaps the most amazing part, he can have quiet nights, Greg, of 30-plus points.
Kevin, his scores are just so easy for him that you forget you aren't supposed to see 7-foot sharpshooters doing it. He can score from anywhere in any fashion and can hold his own with any player in history in terms of how unguardable he is.
And even after the Achilles tear for Durant in the 2019 finals, he got a huge contract after he opted out.
Most teams felt they were willing to pay him while he rehabbed for a year. That was the case as the Nets gave him a 4-year max money deal. His next chapter is underway as he changed his number to 7.
Takes the 13-footer. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high, makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
And that one's good, James.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Dinwiddie against Green. Dinwiddie's shot is off. For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Pass to LeBron. Outside, Green. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. LeVert against LeBron. Now here's LeVert. He's covered closely. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Top of the key. Dwight Howard grabs the board. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Lakers. Trailing by 2. And that one's good. Green.
Green is a world-class sniper. Laser. An excellent shooter. Great at getting his puppy set on these shots from deep.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
It sure did, and they got a lot of scoring from their bench, Greg, and I think that really was the crucial difference.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Morris is checked in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Green. And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Chandler comes in for Kevin Durant. Prince is checked in for Karis LeVert. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Dinwiddie. And he's good on the 3-ball.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Harris passes to Irving. Shot to stop the run. No good. And the Lakers going the other way now.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I think it's important that Caldwell Pope makes these shots, showing real toughness, converting through contact.
Harris, bounce pass. Here's Irving. The shot missing. Good D by Rondo.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
That doesn't go in either for Irving. Outside Rondo. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action after this word. Now you see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And we return to the second quarter, and no Jay Latino. Specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. On the perimeter, Harris and Prince. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Wilson Chandler, and it's Irving in at the point. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Free throw good, Jordan. Name some traits that make for a great team leader. You've been in that role. What did you like and embrace, and what have you seen from others?
Well, I think it starts with humility, a real sense of who you are and what your role is on the team as a leader, and then a really good example setter. I think those qualities are essential. Humility speaks to selflessness, but also being one that holds yourself accountable too.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
Now, here's Bradley. Coming in off a 10-point game, his last outing. Harris outside. Pass to Jordan. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Now Bradley. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Harris inside. He's against Kuzma. Back to Harris. Latrey. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Bradley passes to Kuzma. That shot, no good. Jordan with some nice D. Harris outside. And the pass to Jordan. From 10 feet out, yep, it counts. Jordan's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
Bradley finds Morris. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Kuzma. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
Caruso, no good. And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Markieff Morris. Anthony Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. James checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Green in for Avery Bradley. Big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jared Allen's checked in for Chandler. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. LeVert's checked in for Joe Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Durant. Here now is Dinwiddie, and the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Alex Caruso. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Down low. Allen's shot is off. The Lakers trail. James left side. Green finds Davis. Rondo with the ball. Passes it to James. And he slams it down right on top of Kevin Durant.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
And LeBron James, Clark, climbing the all-time scoring list. Last season passing Michael Jordan. This season, Kobe Bryant. Clark, any chance LeBron someday passes another Laker great, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for the most career points in NBA history?
I think it's simply a matter of his health, because if he stays healthy, then it's not if, but when. By the time his contract runs out, guys, in 2022, he'll be right in that neighborhood of my all-time favorite player, and I think the greatest player to play, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Here's LeVert following the basket by LeBron James. Jordan the pass to KD. Back to Jordan. Pass to LeVert. Just 5 on the clock. Elbow shot is on the way. Goes up again. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And the dunk by James.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Now, here's Durant. Got it off in time. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference on that possession.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Good battle going on tonight. What has been the approach?
Well, we're just trying to pack the paint. Those guys are great. So we're just trying to make them see a few guys, get some deflections, and get some easy baskets.
We'll see if he can keep it going in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points and 1 assist. He seems to have carried the momentum from his last game right into tonight. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, just a great offensive performance tonight. The play calling, the passing, the shooting, it was all working. They forced the defense to stretch itself thin, trying to figure out who to cover. And that created a lot of room for the shooters and spot-up jumpers.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets.
Well, Ernie, this is definitely a big wake-up call for them. Their field goal percentage is sitting in the low 30s. They came out unfocused, unmotivated, unprepared. If they can't turn the tide and play with greater efficiency, it's going to be a long second half.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been a clinic out there by James.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Bradley in at the 1 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Here's LeVert following the basket by LeBron James. And you look at Karis LeVert, Clark out of Michigan, 6'7", and a tremendous athlete.
Kevin, he's one of my favorite players over the last handful of years coming out of college. He had some injury issues his last 2 seasons at Michigan, but he's an excellent two-way player. Outstanding energy and aggressiveness, and makes all kinds of plays at both ends of the floor and plays the game the right way.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Tremendous versatility for Karis LeVert, offensively, Clark, and defensively. He can play multiple positions.
Well, I like that about him too, Kevin. 6'7", he's a gifted scorer, can make plays when the ball is in his hands. The Nets have a number of ball handlers, and that's what Coach Kenny Atkinson believes in. To get a lot of guys that can make plays and do it for each other and together, and we've got something good.
Clark, it seems that guards are rebounding now more than ever. What do you make of that trend?
You know what, Kevin? I think it's a function of how the game is played. More and more teams play small ball, where they really don't have a big...
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
And, you know, you come to expect this type of play from LeBron. I mean, he's relentless when he's in attack mode.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Dinwiddie against Bradley. And on the way from Irving for 3, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. McGee's got 5 rebounds tonight. Inside. That's good from Davis on the assist by James. And now it's an 8-point Laker lead.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
It's stolen by Davis. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Bradley, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Pass to KD. Over James. Here's Allen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on JaVale McGee.
Earning a trip to the stripe that time. Allen constantly on the move, which makes him hard to guard.
First trip to the line for him here.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
And he makes the first.
Boy, I covered Jared Allen in college, and you look at the physical profile he's got. 7.5-foot wingspan, big hands, explosive, really good athlete. He's got all the tools and an upside without limits.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And Tavius Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Green. And it's Alex Caruso in for Bradley. You were talking, Clark, about Allen's length and leaping ability. He's dangerous around the rim.
Boy, he sure is, guys. Still developing his skill game, but he's already more than serviceable at the offensive end of the floor. And we know he's a rim protector defensively. Good feet, gets up and down, has a nice touch and good hands. Boy, this guy is going to be some kind of player going forward.
Now the pass to Irving. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Kuzma outside. Irving against Howard. Back to Kuzma. Just 5 to shoot. Caldwell-Pope for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Caldwell-Pope's got the lead up to 13 now for the Lakers. Harris outside. Dishes it to Allen. Back to Harris. Over Caldwell Pope. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Los Angeles leading by 13. Kuzma, that's good. Kuzma's got his second bucket tonight.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Good on the triple.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
Here is Howard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kuzma can't get it to go.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Harris kicks to Allen. Irving looking for an opening. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Irving's got 8.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Kuzma with it. He has 5. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you could control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Morris comes in for Davis. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Alex Caruso. Kuzma finds Rondo. There's the triple. And again, no good by the Lakers. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Outside Irving. Again, Irving missing.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Kuzma. 2 points. That one goes. Kuzma's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, that's exactly the kind of strength Kuzma has to show, guys. I mean, take that contact, expect it, and still be able to convert. You've got to do that at this level.
46 seconds left in the third quarter. A rebound by the Lakers. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Caldwell Pope, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Hey, now watch out when Caldwell Pope is on the attack. He penetrates inside fast.
Outside Irving. Kicks it to Prince. Pass to KD. Takes a 3. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got his 6th rebound on the night. Kuzma passes to Caldwell Pope, and he banks in the layup. Caldwell Pope's got 9 points.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
The 3 from KD. No good there. And so it's Los Angeles, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant, and they've done a terrific job holding him in check. We come back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Spencer Dinwiddie, LeVert out there with Durant, then it's Jordan, and it's Harris in at the shooting guard position.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Now Rondo. Kuzma inside. Defended by Durant. Tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergone, guys, outstanding. I mean, when he's been in the right situation, he's been very effective.
No good on the free throw.
You know, for a team like the Nets building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
Danny Green, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. He hits the second from the line. Like you were talking about the Nets player development. Guys like Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris were signed as free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development, the investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them.
Dinwiddie against Bradley. Dinwiddie kicks to LeVert. And a miss there on the triple.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle two balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
James looking it over. Here's McGee. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
That free throw missing, and the Lakers making a change here. Davis is checked in, and then for Brooklyn, Allen comes in for Jordan, and it's Kyrie Irving in for Joe Harris. And he sinks the second.
And a great track record in the draft for the Nets. Karis LeVert selected with the 20th pick, and Jared Allen taken at 22.
And you might want to throw in, guys, too, Rodions Kurucs, the 40th pick in 2018, had a big impact, even participated in the Rising Stars Challenge. And, you know, sometimes you got to make your own breaks, make your own good fortune, and that's exactly what the Nets have done.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Durant. Here's Allen. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on LeBron James.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
First free throw is good. And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds?
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion. That shot was made possible by the work of Anthony Davis.
Dinwiddie passes to KD. And there's the feed to Allen. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Green dishes to McGee. LeBron James on the wing. Stolen by LeVert. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. To the paint. The kick out to Irving. Allen against McGee. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer, LeVert. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Bradley. To the middle. Davis inside. Dinwiddie covering. And Davis gets it to go.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 13-3 run. James, the pass to Bradley. Feeds it to Davis. And again, it's the Lakers.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Dinwiddie dishes to Irving. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Outside Irving. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break. Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And the bright lights of L.A., perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
That one is no good. Clark, the relationship between referees and players reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position of the officials, and the officials have to also be willing to engage in interacting well with the players. It's a two-way street, but I think most of that is on the players because they have to control how they respond to officials more than officials have to respond to the players.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Here's Musa. He's guarded by Dudley. They need this one. Chandler's shot. Good.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
And it's Cook with the ball for the Lakers. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing that.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.